Hello everybody, it's EzraTime again here, and welcome back to another reaction videos. And today we're gonna be reacting to the Wonder Woman 1984 pitch meeting is by by Ryan George, obviously. So I did watch Wonder Woman 1984, and honestly I don't really like the movie because I think the first one is a lot better. This one is, I would say, it's a mess. Even though yes there is some a fun moment in the movie. The chemistry between Diana and Steve. It's actually really good. I'm not gonna lie, but the plot itself is just not very good. It's super complicated, and sometimes there is so many inconsistencies on the plot, on the stories. And I'm pretty sure in this pitch meeting, Ryan George is going to call out the plot hole and so many of the inconsistency. And this video, or this pitch meeting, was 8 minutes long. So yeah, it's a pretty long pitch meeting. And if you have a pretty long pitch meeting, then you know that the movie is just really inconsistent with itself. So without further ado, let's just get into the video, shall we?
So, you have a Wonder Woman sequel for me?
Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna start the movie with Diana as a kid back in Themyscira.
Okay, and what's she up to?
Well, she's competing in the Amazon version of that TV show Wipeout, and she tries to use a shortcut to win and learns that cheating is wrong.
Sure, okay, that's a nice quick message to start the movie off.
It's gonna take a full 11 minutes.
Oh my god.
So then we're gonna jump forward
exactly.
to the 1980s, which is when this movie takes place.
And the theme
Okay,
is all
so
over
like
the
30,
place.
40 years ago?
Oh, I don't enjoy that that's a true thing.
I mean-
So anyway, Diana is still super heartbroken about Steve Trevor dying in the first movie. He's all she can think about.
Really, after all that time?
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta understand,
Yeah.
this was a really good guy she knew for a couple of days 7 decades ago.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
so.
So anyway, Diana's working in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian, and she has a new coworker named Barbara.
And what's her deal?
Oh, well, she's a frickin' nerd, sir. She can't even walk in heels.
Oh, embarrassing, disgusting, and pathetic. I bet nobody likes her.
Yeah, so
Embarrassing,
there's this
disgusting, and
artifact called the
pathetic.
Dream Stone, and that's what this movie's gonna focus on.
Oh, what's this thing do?
Oh, this thing's frickin' nuts. It grants wishes, but it takes something in return.
A very magical stone.
Yeah, and this phony business guy, Max Lord, he gets his hand on it, and he wishes to become the Dream Stone.
Oh, so he turns to stone?
You would think so, the way that was phrased, but no, now he can grant people's wishes when they touch him, and he can take something in return.
And do Barbara and Diana get wishes in before he does that?
They do. Barbara wishes to be more like Diana, so she gets some nice clothes and some super strength, and now she can walk in heels.
Now that's impressive, am I right?
Yeah, she's not pathetic anymore.
Wow.
Also, she removes her glasses, which, as you know, makes people automatically more attractive.
That's just good character development is what that is.
And so Diana's gonna wish for Steve
Good character
Trevor to come back
development.
to life, and this way we could get Chris Pine back in the movie.
Oh, people like Chris Pine, so what, does he just appear out of thin air?
Actually, no, his consciousness goes into this random guy's body, so
Yeah,
everybody sees
this
this
part
random
is
guy, but
really
we see
weird.
Chris
I'm not
Pine.
gonna lie.
Okay, is this because the stone can't make things just magically show up?
No, it absolutely can. A giant wall's gonna appear
Yeah,
out of
exactly.
nowhere, so are
This
some
is what I
nukes. I mean,
meant.
the thing is magic.
Why are we doing this weird body control thing with Steve?
I don't know.
What happens to this guy's consciousness while Steve's controlling his body?
Who's to say?
You
Exactly.
are. What if this guy has a
Exactly.
job and a family he has to get to? Oh, God, the implications are insane. Where is his consciousness? Is he dead?
Oh, well,
Where
here's the
is his
thing, sir. I'm gonna need
consciousness?
you to get all the way off my back about this body control thing. Get off of it.
Oh, that felt vaguely threatening, so I'm gonna get off your back about that.
Great, and so then Steve and Diana, obviously, they get intimate because, they love each other.
They do that using a stranger's body. That's got
Yeah,
to be crossing
exactly.
the line. That's not okay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have them
I
do
agree.
it anyway, and I find it strange that you immediately got back on my back about that.
I mean, it's actually a really easy fix. Just have Steve Trevor show up as himself.
no.
Ah.
So then that Max Lord guy makes himself super rich, and he goes to Egypt to take some guy's oil and make himself even richer.
Okay.
So Steve and Diana, they gotta get over there,
How are they gonna do that?
Well, the thing is, they can't just take a commercial flight because Steve doesn't have a passport.
Well, I mean, the guy he's possessing probably has one.
Yeah, well, they don't check
Well,
for that. They head to the
maybe.
Smithsonian and steal one of the jets from over there.
They have operational jets at the museum.
They do,
Yeah.
yeah. Fully fueled jets just lying around, so they take one of those because Steve was a pilot.
Okay, he was a pilot in World War I. Those are different planes.
Well, I mean, a plane is a plane.
Okay, yeah, that sentence is not technically wrong.
So there you go.
No, but okay, but
Sir, a plane is a plane. Are you implying that a
plane
plane is
is a
not a plane?
plane.
Because a plane is a plane.
I mean, that's just such a vague general
A
statement.
plane
A plane is a plane.
Okay.
So then they're being chased because of the
Man.
jet theft, and so Wonder Woman goes ahead and makes it invisible, and that's how she gets her invisible jet.
What? How?
Well, it turns out that's a thing she can do, so she does the thing that she can do.
Wow, well, thank God she has that ability we never once mentioned or referenced.
Yeah, works out great. So they go to Egypt and they have a big chase scene with Max Lord.
Oh, very exciting.
But he friggin' gets away and he goes around causing a bunch more chaos. Then he goes to see the President of the United States.
What for?
Well, he gets the President to wish for more nukes, and then he sees this technology just lying around in the Oval Office, and it's exactly what he needs.
What do you mean?
Well, it's this device that lets him take over everybody's screen around the world. So technically, through like satellite
it's
waves,
very
he is,
convenient.
he's touching them.
How?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, I won't.
So then there's going to be this fight in the White House, and Barbara, she's turning evil, so she gets in on that too.
Okay.
And Steve manages to grab Max Lord.
Oh, and so he wishes for everything to go back to normal?
Oh, yeah, no, that would have been smart. Instead, he pushes him around a bit.
Also a decent strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Max Lord escapes, and he heads off to the satellite island to do his broadcast.
Wow, 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 wow.
And Steve and Diana find out that everybody needs to renounce their wishes, or else civilization's gonna end. So they have this big emotional goodbye.
Oh, very sad.
Very sad. But then she starts to fly
Honestly,
and lasso
yeah.
some lightning bolts, so that's pretty cool. That's not bad.
Oh, sure, yeah, that may as well happen.
So then Diana's gonna have to fight
Yeah,
Barbara,
that-
who,
that
by
may
the
as
way,
well
is a
happen.
cat now.
What?
Yeah, she's a cat now. She's part cheetah.
What are you talking about?
Well, see, Max Lord was like, hey, anything else
What
you
are you
want? And she's like,
talking
yes, actually, I would like to be an apex predator, please.
Oh, so she could have just as easily been turned into a killer whale.
Yeah, I guess there was a
I
chance
mean,
she could have turned
yeah.
into a, orca whale, but that would have made for a less interesting fight scene.
Oh, I wholeheartedly disagree.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so then
I
we're going to have a
disagree.
barely visible fight scene, and Barbara's going to get electrocuted.
Oh, so she dies?
Well, no, she gets a little sleepy, which is what happens when cats get electrocuted.
That's not, no, I don't think that's accurate.
Well, that's what my dad told me when my childhood cat chewed through his extension cord.
Your cat died, I think.
No, sir. He went to sleep, then he went to live on a farm, and I never saw him again.
I mean, okay, so
Ryan
what happens
George has
next?
a
Oh, well,
cat,
Max
by
is
the way.
granting wishes to everybody in the world through their screens.
Most of the world doesn't speak English.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind for trivia night, I guess. That's
Exactly.
interesting. Anyway, it's going to be complete chaos.
Oh, it is?
Yep, people are killing each other with wishes. One guy gets a farm outside his apartment. People can wish for anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
Statistically speaking, wouldn't at least one person wish for the guy that just showed up on their TV to die or for the world to end? Wouldn't at least one person wish for world peace? What happens with that paradox?
Well, I mean, that's like a 1 in a million kind of wish, right?
There are billions of people in the world.
Oh, you're just full
Yeah,
of fun
billions.
trivia tonight. So anyway, Diana has to lasso this guy, but her lasso can't get through this mysterious wind around him.
Oh, wow, it's going to be tough for her to defeat him if she can't reach him.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely
Barely
an inconvenience.
inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, she gets her lasso around his ankle, and then she can talk to everybody through him.
I thought she couldn't get through with that thing.
Oh, yeah, no, she couldn't. But then she could.
But how?
Unclear.
Well, okay then.
So then she tells everybody to
very
renounce their
unclear.
wishes, because nothing good comes from lying.
And everybody does it.
Everybody does it, including Max Lord, who suddenly cares about his son that he's been actively ignoring the whole movie.
And so what about, like, what if someone with a terminal illness wished to be cured?
Oh, well, they would have to renounce that, because that's not the truth.
What if a blind person wished to be able to see?
That's a shortcut
yeah.
to being able to see. So that's wrong.
What if somebody wished to be able to
That's
feed their
wrong.
starving child?
Yeah, okay, this moment only works if everybody wishes for something selfish or violent, so we're gonna have to pretend like that's the case, okay?
Oh, pretending is tight. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, thank God. So then Max Lord is gonna go reunite with his son, who just kind of comes running out of the woods for no reason.
How did
Yeah,
Max Lord get back
exactly.
from the island if he renounced all his wishes?
Unclear.
You know what happens with Barbara?
Oh, well, she's not a cat anymore, and she's chilling, I imagine.
Okay.
Anyway, then Diana's gonna have a little flirty moment with the guy who Steve was controlling. It's gonna be very sweet.
He's already seen that guy naked.
Yeah, just a real sweet moment. It's gonna be Christmas too.
Real
I don't
sweet
know if it
moment.
being Christmas makes it better.
And then she looks at a balloon, and we're all done. So what do you think?
I mean, I feel like using a strange man's body is just so deeply strange and raises so many
Yeah,
messed up
I agree.
questions.
Right. Well, maybe nobody will think of how weird it is.
Well, yeah, I guess that is a possibility. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, some big problem with Steve Trevor's return.
Hey guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. I hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button and the subscribe button and leave a comment and all the YouTube standard things. Also, let me know if you have ideas for other movies I should do pitches for. As always, check back soon for a new video. Bye-bye.
And that was it, guys. I gotta say, yes, it was. Again, with the movie itself, I agree that it wasn't a really good movie in general. I mean, there is some enjoyable moment, there is some fun moment, like I said before. With, again, this pitch meeting was just really top notch in my opinion, because it really calls out again the plot point that in the movie, because Ryan George usually does this pitch meeting on pretty much every single movie that he does, unless the movie was over complicated, then he give up. He doesn't. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna make this pitch meeting because I don't understand. One of them is actually How to Train Your Dragon, because if you was wondering why there is no How to Train Your Dragon pitch meeting, because Ryan George said on an interview that he can't exactly make a pitch meeting about How to Train Your Dragon because it's super complicated, that he just doesn't see any, basically he does, he doesn't see any flaws in the movie, even though yes, we can agree that maybe there is some flaws in the How to Train Your Dragon. But either way, guys, um, Wonder Woman 1984, it wasn't really a good movie. If I have to rate, then I'm probably gonna give it a 5 out of 10, to be honest, because I don't know, it's super boring. There is some fun moment, but the movie as an entirety is just super boring, and especially with the way they handle the theme of the movie. Like usually, every movie has a theme, right? Or at least some movie has a theme, and some of them don't. It's just a fun movie in general. And usually, if the theme was handled well, then maybe you can make a scene and then let the audience feel the theme. Maybe it's about freedom or something like that. Like, or in this one, no cheating or something like that, right? But in this one, they tell the theme by deliberately telling the viewers that, hey, this is the theme of the movie. Instead of just like letting a scene happen and then let us feel the theme. And I think that's one of the major flaw of the movies. And then especially about the Dreamstone continuity, you could say that it's just so inconsistent. Like a wall just appear out of thin air and all that kind of stuff. Like anything could just appear out of thin air because it's magic. But for some reason they did this weird thing with Steve Trevor, which literally just he basically possessed another guy's body. Like, why would they do that? Seriously, like it's so distracting. Even though yes, it's cool we get Chris Pine back because I love Chris Pine. I think he's the best part of the movie. But in general, it's just weird that the way they handle the way they handle the Steve Trevor return. Like I kind of wish that Steve Trevor just return or like appear out of thin air. Like most of the magic stuff in the movie. But for some reason they decided to, hey, let's just do some body swap here. Or like make Steve Trevor possess this guy, whoever this guy is. What about his family? What about his consciousness? Like Ryan said, like he doesn't have Steve Trevor doesn't have a passport, but like he possessed a guy. So I'm pretty sure the guy has a passport, right? Like they didn't even bother to check that out, which is kind of weird. And I have no idea why they did that, which is honestly really confusing to me. Like you could just make them appear and then you're all gonna be hunky dory, right? There is no big problem if Steve Trevor returned. Even though I would argue that Steve Trevor doesn't really need in the movie, because I mean I'm glad that he's there because Chris Pine is good, Gal Gadot is a good actress and actor obviously, and they have a good chemistry, and that's why I'm glad he's back. But in general, in terms of the story, it wasn't really affecting the story that much. He's just kind of there. I mean, sure, it does maybe serve some arc for Diana, but then again, the movie took place in 1984, and then Diana lost Steve Trevor back in 1918, by the way, World War One, which is so long ago. And you're telling me that he's Wonder Woman. You're telling me that she can let go Steve Trevor after all this year, which is kind of weird to me. And honestly, the reason is simple. They want to bring back Chris Pine because he's so lovable. He's such a good actor, and then Steve Trevor and Diana chemistry is really good, which is why I mean they want to bring that back. But they bring that back with Steve Trevor possessing another man's body for some reason, and he doesn't really affect the story that much, besides that one moment with where Diana have to renounces her wish, and I did cry a little bit because Steve Trevor said it, well, but I'm already gone, and I was like, oh, that's sad. Even though yes, Ryan just making fun of that, like, oh, that's sad. Well, honestly, it does make me sad for. There is two times that this movie does make me sad, which is again when Diana has to renounce her wish about Steve Trevor, and then when Max Lord, played by Pedro Pascal, where he hugged his son in the end. Which honestly, sure you might not care about the son, to be honest. He's just kind of there until the very end. Well, I kind of cry. I kind of cry a little bit when Max apologized to his son, And I gotta say, the performance of the movie is actually really good. It's not like the actor is not exactly the problem. The performance is not the problem. I think Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, and then Pedro Pascal does a really good job. Kristen Wiig, well, like the problem is not on her performance, but but it's actually on the writing of her characters. I think like the characters is just like, I don't know, not really fitting for this movie. They could just tease it that, oh, she could become Cheetah in Wonder Woman 3 or something like that, but In this one, she just turned into cheetah, and it was really weird and pretty much out of characters in my opinion, because Barbara is the kind of character that just wanted to be noticed. Like he just want people to notice her, right? And people want he just want people to respect her. That's what she want. But so for some reason in the end, she wants to become this apex predator, and it was a cheetah, which again she could be trying to killer whale, and might be a really interesting fight could come out of that. But then again, in the comics, she's a cheetah, so there's that. Which honestly is kind of forced in my opinion. Like the CGI on Cheetah is not even that good. The fighting scene between Cheetah and Wonder Woman is not that good as well. So yeah, there's that. But Kristen Wiig, well, I guess okay. Her performance was okay, but the writing on her characters is just so bad. So yeah, that was Wonder Woman 1984, guys. I don't really enjoy it. 5 out of 10 for me. But if you guys enjoy the movie, then fine, good for you. But for me, and frankly for a lot of other people, we didn't really enjoy the movie, and I feel like this movie doesn't really fit to the DCEU continuity in my opinion, because you gotta remember, after the first Wonder Woman, it was what leading to the Batman versus Superman movie, right? And then this one, like stucking with Wonder Woman in 1994 between the timeline, it doesn't really fit in my opinion, because how crazy it is in the end, where Max Lord, Pedro Pascal character just like trying to make wish to everybody, obviously, and how crazy it is in the end. Like it doesn't really fit to the DCEU, at least in my opinion. But then again, if you guys enjoy the movie, then fine. That's totally fine. Okay, I'm not gonna shame you or anything like that. I just hope that if you enjoy the movie, then fine, good for you. But please please be respectful towards my opinion, because this is just my opinion. All right. I don't really like the movie. I liked Wonder Woman. I like Gal Gadot performance. Don't get me wrong, but the story just wasn't really that great in my opinion. The first one is great. The second one, not so much. It's just a mess in my opinion. Even though yes, there is some fun moment in the movie, you know. But there you go, guys. That was the Wonder Woman 1994 pitch meeting, and basically Wonder Woman 1994 review as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this pitch meeting right here. Do you guys think this is the best pitch meeting by Ryan George? Or if you haven't watched any of the pitch meeting, then check Screen Rant channel and then just type pitch meeting, and then you will find a lot of pitch meeting that Ryan George has done on many other movies as well. And what do you guys think about Wonder Woman 1984 in general? Do you guys actually like the movie? Do you guys think that it's a mess? And then you probably have the same opinion as I do. Let me know in the comment section below, and please be respectful if you do want to share that. I'm not gonna force you if you don't want to. And if you guys want to watch the original video, then I will leave a link in the description below. As always, make sure to guys check Ryan George's channel. I will leave Ryan George's channel's link in the description below as always, so you guys can subscribe to him, obviously, show him some support. And if you guys enjoyed this reaction video, then please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share this video to your friends or family, the usual. And if you guys decide to subscribe to my channel, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys can get notified when I'm gonna upload the next video. And yeah, guys, I think that's it for this video for the Wonder Woman 1994 pitch meeting, guys, and review as well. I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I want to thank you for everybody for the support for this channel, and people who subscribe to the channel, or even just watching the video or liking the video. Thank you very much for that, guys. I really appreciate that. And again, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one then. Bye.